Morning guys, it's 3:35 in the morning. Just making my way down to the seafront to hopefully capture the Milky Way above the beach huts. It's nice and still at the moment, lovely clear sky. And according to the app, the Milky Way is just coming over the horizon, so fingers crossed we should capture what I'm after. I'm so lucky, the beach is only about a minute's walk from the doorstep, so we'll be there in a second or two. Get the camera set up. You can't actually see it with the naked eye too well, so I'll do a 25-second shutter and see what we can see. So I've just done a quick test frame at the top of the cliff and pretty sure I can see it quite nicely. So I'm going to head down now. Just got set up in front of the beach huts and I've just looked over the horizon and the moon, it's only half size, but it is as red as a tomato. I wish I'd got my 400, but it's just rising over the Isle of Wight. God, it looks pretty spectacular. Even at half moon, it's such a deep red. Never mind, perhaps have a go in the morning. That moon is rising really quickly. Oh, it looks awesome. Wish I brought my 400, never mind. Let's get the tripod set up. Oh, that looks beautiful. Half an orange. So how I'm going to focus it, I'm going to get it on live screen and find a star, then hit the zoom button on the screen, then zoom in onto a star and just get it so that it's at its smallest. That's it. So there's a 500 rule, they call it, and it's basically 500 divided by what your focal length is. So I'm going to shoot at 17 mil. So 500 divided by 17 is 29.4. So you've got to keep your shutter speed on or below that. So I'm going to start at 25-second shutter speed, see how we get on. The moon is reflecting in the water and everything. It's rising really quickly. Looks beautiful. Bit chilly. Woo-hoo. So what I've also done, I've turned my view screen right down to the minimum light, just so that it doesn't blind me. Because I think it can be a bit misleading. You can get back home and what you think is nice and bright on here, when you get it on the laptop, is actually really dull. So I've turned the screen right down. Just played the image back and the moon is already really bright in the frame. Should have come a bit earlier perhaps. Unfortunately, the moon's caught me out. I thought it rose a lot further round behind the Isle of Wight, out of view, but it's rose halfway along the Isle of Wight and it's burning out all my frames. You can see the Milky Way, but I'll have to give it another try. In 3 or 4 days, I think the new moon will finish, because that's the best time to get the Milky Way in the new moon phase. So I think we've got till the 26th, something like that. So, but as you can see on the frame that I showed earlier, this frame here, it's a lovely picture, shining on the seawater. Beautiful. So settings, I've gone for f4. That's the lowest my lens will go. I said in my kit video, I've never really needed a 24 to 72.8. Well, I need one now, so I might get one if I'm going to get into this a bit. But so I've got a 17 to 40 f4 on, obviously on the 1DX. I'm 20-second shutter, and I'm at ISO 2500. So this time I'm going to knock the f-stop up a bit to about f6, something like that. And I'm going to try and just have a practice. I know the moon's out now, so it's sort of ruined the frame a bit, unfortunately, but there's always tomorrow. But I'm going to just have a practice at painting, light painting the beach huts with the torch. So I'll have a go at that now. I'm turning the ISO down to about 640th. What am I at? ISO 640, f6.3. I'm going to try doing a little bit of light painting at 20-second shutter speed. I'll just turn this light off. See how that looks. Yeah, that looks nice at that angle. So I'm going to turn the settings down again. I'm going to go to about ISO 3200 this time, 3200. I'm going to go for a 25-second shutter speed back at f4 to get the frame for the sky this time, because I'm going to practice my layers, and so I'm going to layer the beach hut frame over the sky frame. So I'm just going to get one of the sky now. Looks like the sun rising, unfortunately. Oh well, we've had a practice. We've got the moon's shining basically onto the beach huts, so it looks like the sun's rising. All the beach huts here have got a yellow front. Still makes a nice frame though. Fancy being caught out by the moon, never mind. It's all good practice. Too busy concentrating on the Milky Way and where it's going to be and at what time. Forgot to look at the moon phases, but say another couple of days, 2 or 3 days, the new moon phase will start and there won't be any moon at all. So at least I know the angle of the Milky Way at the moment. I think by the 24th or 26th, all the Milky Way is going to be above the horizon. It's going to form a nice arc, so that might make a nice panoramic. Oh well, never mind, we had a go. I say it's all new to me this, so it's all practice and trial and error with settings and timings of the moon. But if it was a football match, I'd know where to sit, what angle to sit at, what time. I'd know everything. But with this, it's all new. But I don't mind. Keeps me busy. Keeps us busy if we're all having a go at it. But so I'll study the moon phases and see what time is best time to come out in 3 or 4 days' time. And I know the angle of the Milky Way now, so that's good. I know that the frame that I want works okay. So we'll give it a few days and have another go. But try and sneak back in the house now, grab a quick coffee and try and get to sleep again, I think. But never mind. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your patience if you're still watching. Didn't quite work out, but not to worry. We'll be back in a few days. Take care. Catch up soon.